Good afternoon, everyone. This is Reverend Kid Holmes. It is Wednesday, January 31st, 2024, the last Wednesday in this first month of the year. And today, feeling a little, just a little discombobulated. And as usual, I like to bring, well, I don't like to, but sometimes I bring you things that I'm certainly going through and experiencing in hopes that it helps you navigate as I'm navigating. And today, for me, one of those things is I thought about calling this my recovering perfectionist self again. But the deeper level is that when we make mistakes, and particularly those of us who have a tendency, perhaps, to be perfectionists, um, living with the feeling, walking through the icky, mucky stuff when you know you've screwed up, and learning as I have to clean up at what I can, the best that I can, as quickly as possible, owning when I've behaved immaturely, or I've reacted, or I've reacted from some unconscious belief or fear or whatever it might be, if you can relate to any of that. The idea here is to move back into this place of self love. And one of the things that is balancing, and I'm going to pull up a quote from Brene Brown, The Gifts of Imperfection, because that is such a powerful book. It has been a powerful book in my life. And that difference between healthy striving, I'll just read it for you, it's easier. She says, understanding the difference between healthy striving and perfectionism is critical to laying down the shield and picking up your life. Research shows that perfectionism hampers success. In fact, it's often the path to depression, anxiety, addiction, and life paralysis. If you've experienced any of those things, there is a beginning to a good solution there. Laying down the shield, being vulnerable, picking up your life. That means being responsible, taking responsibility for the action. One of the things going on in the world today, and we all know this, we all experience this, is that place of wanting to blame others for our discomfort. Ooh. And it's backing up from that, taking responsibility, and simply saying, I wasn't clear about asking for what I wanted, or I wasn't clear. I didn't even know myself. I wasn't clear enough to say, this is what's going on with me, or I wasn't courageous enough, or whatever it might be. So the idea here is that living with the mistake is breathing into it and saying, yeah, I screwed up, owning it, painting it red, owning it big, and saying, wow, I really messed up. And what can I do to fix it? Making amends as best as possible. And also, that means making amends with ourselves. Letting go of the perfectionism, saying, ooh, all of the messages that want to come around that and say, yeah, you're wrong, not you did something wrong. That's the difference between guilt and shame. Shame is, there's something wrong with me. Guilt is, I did something wrong. That's a difference too. So it's breathing in, forgiving ourselves, owning our stuff, knowing that we're human. We're growing, hopefully, we're growing, doing our best to grow, doing the best we can to be the best we can. So I feel like I'm rambling today. That's part of this too, is recognizing there's going to be moments. Here's the other quote from Brene Brown, Gifts of Imperfection. Perfectionism is a self-destructive and addictive belief system that fuels this primary thought. If I look perfect and do everything perfectly, I can avoid or minimize the painful feelings of shame, judgment, and blame. Icky. So, maybe just breathing and setting it down for the moment. And maybe, even maybe, allowing a higher power or something bigger than you to maybe take over and let a little bit of grace float in to the process. All right, like I said, I know I'm rambling. Going to stop for today. This is Reverend Kid Holmes. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for looking them up on my YouTube channel. Thank you for your support. and doing my as I do my work in the world to the best of my ability, human flaws and all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. We are all part of the one mind. Remember that if you can, which means we're all in this together. So kindness matters. And today I'll add to that forgiveness of ourselves and others really matters. And love is indeed the only answer. I will see you again next Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, same Facebook page. And again, I love you all dearly. I will see you next week. Have a good one.